So many have seen translations of the Hanuman Chalisa, but what you'll find is they're all in text, just like sentences. Where in 1971 in Vrindavan, there was a Westerner there named Sadhu Ramdas. And he had been in India for 3 years, learned how to speak Hindi, and his guru told him to meet Maharaji, and he became friends with him. And they would just like hang out and talk. What an experience, right? Just hang out and talk. And one day he was holding on to he was carrying a Ramayana, and Maharaji said to him, make a translation of the Hanuman Chalisa into English to help the Westerners. And he felt so inspired by that. He went home that night, and he'd never done a translation before. He just maybe like a letter. He did a couple sentences, but he went home that night and started writing this. And he was so inspired by Hanuman, he wanted to make it full of devotion. He was inspired by Maharaji's instructions to help the Westerners. So it's not an exact translation. Sometimes he had to switch like the beginning and the end so it would make a full sentence or understandable. And then the third was he was inspired by Tulsi Das, who wrote the whole Hanuman Chalisa, as we all know, is a poem. He decided to write it in poetic form. And so so you have a copy of what he's written, and this is the exact kind of 1971 version, right after he got the inspiration. And, just as, being connected to Maharaji and Hanuman, the idea that Maharaji said, make a translation to help the Westerners, I'm feeling that he was not only talking about 1971 Westerners, but us here today in 2023. So I call this melody the Ramdas Hanuman Chalisa in English. There's a famous Jewish chant, Hine Ma Tov Umanayim, and so I use that melody. So feel free to sing along. With the pollen of the Guru's lotus feet, I cleanse the mirror of my heart and sing the pure virtues of Lord Raghuvir, the bestower of life's four fruits. Knowing this body to be lacking in wisdom, I meditate on the wind God's Son. Give me strength, wisdom, intelligence, remove my faults and affliction. Hail Hanuman, ocean of wisdom and virtue, awakener of the three worlds, monkey lord, hail to you. Unmatched in power, messenger of Ram, Anjani's offspring, the winged God's Son. Valiant Mahavir, body like lightning, dispeller of ignorance, inspires good thinking. Golden colored body, clothing so fair, with rings in your ears and very curly hair. Lightning bolt in one hand, banner in the other, sacred grass thread worn across your shoulder. Avatar of Shiva, Kesari's delighter, your radiant glory is adored the world over. Storehouse of knowledge, virtuous and clever, absorbed in wrong's work, tiring never, ever immersed in the stories of Sri Ram. You're present in the heart of Sita Ram Lakshman. Donning a minute form, you appear to Sita. Then in giant form, you burn down Lanka, finally destroying demons everywhere. So Lord Ram held you in his embrace. Sanaka, all sages, even Lord Brahma, Narada, Sarada, along with Ahisha, Yama, Kubera, and others try to praise you. How can a poet ever hope to describe you? Doing course agree, a very great thing. You brought Ram to him who made him a king. Vibhishana, listen closely to your word. Became Lord of Lanka, known throughout the world. Traveling many miles, you went to the sun, thinking it a fruit to eat when you were young. Your mouth, Lord Ram's precious ring. You sailed across the sea, which is not at all surprising. Difficult work, wherever it may be. By your kind blessings, it's come so easily. At the door of Ram, you are the guardsman. No one can enter without your permission. All joy is gained by those in your shelter. What is there to fear when you are protector? Such is your power, only you can handle. Hearing your roar, the free worlds tremble. Ghosts and evil spirits can never come near to one who repeats the name of Mahavir. All illness is dispelled, suffering by constant repetition of thy name, Hanuman. By Hanuman's grace from all troubles free, for those who remember you in thought, word, and deed. Greatest of all is ascetic King Ram, all of whose works you have easily done. Whoever comes to you with any desire receives the highest fruit of eternal nectar. In all four ages your glory is sung, your fame enlightens the whole of creation. For saints and sages you are protector, beloved of Ram, demons destroyer. You can bestow all perfections and power. This whom was given you by Janaki mother. You know the essence of devotion to Ram. In his service you will ever remain. By devotion to you the Lord is attained. Freedom from lifetimes of suffering is gained. At the time of death the Lord's abode is won. Any rebirth will be a pure devotion. Remembering any other deity is needless. Devotion to Hanuman brings all joy and bliss. Sufferings are dispelled, rebirth cycle cut. For those who remember Almighty Hanuman, Lord of my senses, Hanuman, hail to you. Bestow thy grace as does the Guru. For those who sing this 100 times, all bonds are broken, the highest joy they find. For those who read the Hanuman Chalisa, perfection is So no need to memorize it. All we need to do is what? Read it. So everyone here who looked at that paper, you're receiving a blessing from Lord Shiva today. Perfection is attained because Shiva's witness. So thank you all.
Thank you.